What do TikTok bans, YouTube's latest power move, a podcasting icon turning on Trump, and a disturbing Chihuahua scandal have in common? They're all part of this week's wild stew of content creator chaos, and we're serving it hot in today's episode of Content Sancocho. So, hey there, welcome to Content Sancocho. Somebody's gonna get fired today, and it's not me. Can we get it together? I'm just gonna start acting like a diva here. I am Veronica, and I'm part of the PSS Creative Media. And with me, I have the company of this very talented, that seems like you can get it together, Stephen Davis.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
So Fridays are my favorite day of the week. It's the day that I get to plan this live stream, that I get to sit down here in the afternoon to share all of the research that I've done for the latest news that we have in the content creator industry. And this week has been an eventful week, a lot going on, a lot happening right now as we speak. I'm waiting to hear on what's going to happen with TikTok. I've been checking the news, I've been refreshing social media and see if I could find any latest news, but nothing is just silent. So let's get into this episode, and then throughout the episode I'm going to be checking my phone and see if something comes up regarding this issue. If it's an issue, I don't think it's an issue, but we don't know. And we have kids that are addicted to TikTok, but this is something that is not to be taken lightly. There are a lot of creators on TikTok that I follow, that I really, really love, that have created businesses because of this platform, and that their entire livelihood is on this platform. So I keep thinking about them, and hopefully they had 72 days since President Trump announced in January that he was going to give more time to TikTok to resolve all of the issues and come up with a solution, whether it's to sell TikTok to another party or to completely ban TikTok from the United States. So we shall see.
We shall see.
We shall see. But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that, and you're going to have to be patient with me because I just have to share with you what is a sancocho. And, you may be like, can we get into the TikTok, thing? Can we get into the chisme of this week? Well, no, you're just going to have to stick with me through me talking about sancocho, because first, I'm hungry. Second, I miss my country. And third, I don't know if I'll be able to go to my country because of the political climate and the hostility.
Well, you may be able to go. You're just going to be detained for 2 hours.
The hostility.
Miami.
The other members of my family, they were born.
The angry, inflamed people with kidney problems that work for the immigration there in Miami.
We love them all. We love them. You do a great job. But, there's been some things on TikTok and the news that have gotten me a little nervous to travel to my country. I travel to my country, take the whole family once a year during the summer, and now I'm just, debating whether I should go or not, because, you want to keep seeing me. But I can keep doing content sancocho from Colombia, so don't you worry. But what is sancocho? And I want you to look at this deliciousness on the left. And let me tell you,
we're talking about the ombre, right?
No.
Oh, no.
To the left.
To the left. That's
to
right.
The left
Okay.
of me, them. I don't know. Well, both. They're both very delicious. and this is inappropriate. Stephen is my husband, so don't think that this is sexual. I said something that I wasn't supposed to.
The
harassment,
the
harassment.
Even though harassment does exist within marriages.
Yeah, but not in ours. Okay.
Veronica.
So I created this image of the sancocho using the latest ChatGPT image generator. And I can read you the prompt if I, or maybe not, because I don't have ChatGPT here available for me. But what I said is that I want a photo of a sancocho, and then I just gave specific instructions as to what lens I wanted: a 50 millimeter lens. I wanted, with the certain, all the numbers that the lenses are identified with. And also with a Sony camera and a certain angle. And this is what it came up with. I mean, it's mind blowing what image generator, ChatGPT image generator can do these days. This is an update to ChatGPT that was released a week ago. And I've been training, and it's very fun. And then to the right, I have Steven. Every time we go to Colombia, he eats a lot.
I do.
He eats a lot, and he loves Colombian food. And this is a picture of him eating. It's not necessarily like he's eating a sancocho. That's more like some kind of a fish.
In fact, it's the eating that I do there that has given me the status as a true Colombian. The locals there have welcomed me as one of their own.
Yeah,
because I eat like a true Colombian.
Yeah. We Colombians love when Americans come to our country and they enjoy our food, and they're, and that it doesn't happen very often, because some of them are, dangerous. Not dangerous. They are dangerous.
They are.
Some of them are very nervous to try the food, and they don't want to get sick. But this one, I mean, his stomach, he can't eat anything. But anyway, we're deviating from what I want to explain to you. So I got this information from Wikipedia. So the sancocho is a basic sancocho contains earthy
chunks of meat, such as chicken, beef, or pork, and starchy vegetables
like yuca, cassava, plantain, potatoes, and corn, all boiled into a rich broth. According to Wikipedia, the origin of sancocho traces back to the era of slavery. Slaved Africans and indigenous people would throw whatever meats and vegetables they could find into a pot, making a hearty meal from scraps.
But hearty, it is also very earthy.
Earthy and hearty, yeah. Beyond the dinner table, the word sancocho has taken on a metaphorically meaning in Spanish slang across various countries. Commonly we say, un sancocho, o se forma un sancocho. So it refers to any messy mix or jumble situation. So
se forma. Se
forma un sancocho. So the meaning of content sancocho. Sancocho is a stew made by mixing bold, diverse ingredients into a delicious pot. That's exactly what content sancocho is.
Don't forget about the hearty chunk. Don't forget about the hearty chunks of beef and meat here that we're talking about. Yeah.
A rich blend of news from the content creation world, strategies for creators and digital entrepreneurs, opinions on trends and tech, stories and commentary with a little spice. So that's why this is called Content Sancocho. I hope you enjoyed and learned about this delicious Colombian dish. And now let's get to TikTok's band.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I don't know if we have music playing.
I do have a rim shot.
Yeah?
If you want to tell a joke.
Okay, then never mind. A little unprepared this week. Huh? So TikTok's ban deadline and the sales speculation. So a major story this week is TikTok's uncertain future in the US as an April 5th, today, deadline looms for the Chinese owner ByteDance to divest the app or face a nationwide ban. So what is going to happen to TikTok? The Trump administration, which extended the deadline by 75 days back in January, is deeply involved in the negotiations to resolve TikTok's ownership. This has sparked a flurry of sale rumors, as you can imagine, and bids. Reports suggest a plan for a TikTok American spin-off with new US investors and potential buyers ranging from tech firms to investors have emerged. So, one of those is our friend, Jeff Bezos. He's my friend because I spend so much money on him. Amazon was reported to have sent a last-minute bid, and even the OnlyFans founder, Tim Stokely. Is that how we pronounce that? His last name? Sorry, I'm so bad with last names. But so who's gonna win? Who's gonna win this bid? We don't know. Hopefully, we know by the end of today or tomorrow morning what's gonna happen. But Washington officials met earlier this week to review these options, and President Trump indicated that he wants TikTok to remain alive. It has been his thing from the very beginning. He is fond on TikTok because he said that the people on TikTok, the creators on TikTok, got him elected. I don't know why he's saying that, but he's saying it. And he wants TikTok to stay alive, but under US control. So we shall see. The high stakes power play has TikTok influencers, TikTok creators, and partners on edge. Like I already mentioned, there are a lot of creators that I follow, that I love, and they are, is this going to happen this time? It didn't happen back in January, but now, 3 months have passed and now we're here. What is going to happen? So they all have faith that hopefully this will be resolved and that TikTok is not going to be banned, and that the party acquiring TikTok is going to preserve what the platform has been so far, which is just this freedom of expression and freedom of speech platform for creators. So in the meantime, YouTube appears to be seizing the moment and releasing more new features for short format content or shorts, YouTube shorts. And we're going to get into that. I'm going to show you what are the latest features that YouTube is going to release later this month. But let's take a look into who is bidding to buy TikTok, because we're talking about billions of dollars. So it's not like I can just buy TikTok. you need a lot of money.
Oh, I thought we already took a look at them. I guess you grazed over them a little bit, but I mean, I was like animating them, and making it. So I mean, we've already discussed them quite a bit.
We looked at our bank account this morning, and we're not quite yet there yet. So we have Amazon. We have Jeff Bezos. He send a last minute bid for TikTok. We have Adam Ferogi, and he is the CEO and co-founder of AppLovin, which
AppLovin, not to be mistaken with McLovin.
No, AppLovin.
Yes.
They do mobile games, and they provide marketing services to app developers. And we have Tim Stokely, and he is the founder and CEO of OnlyFans, which is also a very famous, popular.
He has a certain Puff Daddy look in his eyes, if you know what I mean.
Well, I couldn't find a better picture. Like he doesn't have good photos online, so this is the only one I could find.
All I know is I don't want to be in a room alone with Tim Stokely.
No, but
I would be very stoked. I'd be scared.
No, but he has a soul.
Oh,
You
think he has a soul? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good one, but he does. He does have a soul. And then we have our Jimmy here from YouTube. I'm rooting from Jimmy.
Come on, Jimmy. I'm rooting for the Jimmy too.
So he partnered with tech entrepreneurs Jesse Tinsky, and the founder of Employer.com. He also partnered with CEO of Roblox, and they all reportedly secure over 20 billion for their TikTok bid, but this hasn't been confirmed, so we don't know how this is going to turn out, and I'm going to check my phone in a little bit to see what are your opinions, like
what kind of updates
regarding this
do we have?
What do you think is going to happen? If you could share that in the comments. I think that if I guess who is going to get it, I think it's going to be AppLovin. AppLovin, yes. Oracle is another company that submitted a bid for TikTok, and Oracle is already managing certain aspects of TikTok, so that's another
and
big
of your
contender.
Entire life. They're there.
Yes. So we shall see. Do we have any comments?
We do have some comments. Let me see here. One of them, I just need to minimize this here, is the comment is, how are you?
I'm good. How
good.
Are you?
I'm very good.
Is that the comment?
Yes, and it comes from King Paco.
Oh, hi.
Hey, King Paco.
Hi.
We're very good. Thanks again for
tuning in. So what do you think is going to happen with TikTok? Are you over on TikTok? Do you post content on TikTok?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
We would love to know. And
yeah, so let's see if, let me just check the news very quick here, refresh, and see if something has come up. No, nothing yet. Okay, so now YouTube is taking advantage of all of this uncertainty that TikTok creators are going through, and they are luring those creators into the platform. But when they are luring the creators into the platform, then the creators are met with some clunky, not very functional features on YouTube Shorts that are not as good as TikTok. But because, I mean, you can record your content directly on TikTok. There's a lot of things that you can do. You can like fully edit your content using the TikTok app. So YouTube wants to get to a point where they can provide this for creators, so they don't have to use anything else but just the tools that are provided from YouTube Shorts to edit the content and all of that stuff. But so far, it's just a green screen and filters. You can have filters, you can have music, and I don't know what else you can do. It's very limited. But before we get into what you will be able to do with YouTube Shorts and how is this going to impact creators, there's another feature that I'm very, very excited about, and I don't know if we'll have we will be able to try it. I imagine that this is for big creators, and our content has nothing to do with big events. But the new feature that YouTube is releasing is called the Watch with live stream reactions, and they're doing this ahead of the Coachella Festival, which will take place later in April. It's from April 11 to April 13. And then followed by April 18 to April 20th. We haven't been invited to Coachella. We're waiting our invitation from Jeff.
We're a little bit offended.
We're offended that Jeff Bezos is not inviting us to Coachella.
After that party,
I have to admit,
with the ice cubes, Jeff. Okay, I won't forget the ice cubes and the unicycles.
What is that?
Well, that's between Jeffrey and me, and he hasn't called in weeks.
So I've never been to Coachella. Have you been to Coachella?
No, I never have. Never been to the Coachella.
Okay, well, it looks like it's a cool music festival that I would like to attend if I had the energy. I just don't know how, he's in his 50s, going to 60. I don't know how old he is, but he was just partying at Coachella. And in that photo, if you can bring up that photo, you can see also the Kardashians, the Mama Kardashian, the Jenner. Kris Jenner.
Oh, right there, right next to him.
Yeah, right next to him is Kris Jenner.
I really like the mariposas on his shirt.
Yeah, he's very Coachella-y looking.
Yes.
So the Watch With feature allows creator to host live commentary over big event streams. I'm going to tell you how that works in a minute. So this means that viewers can watch something like the Coachella Festival alongside their favorite YouTuber who provides real-time reactions and commentary. And this is going to start rolling out on April 11th, only to select creators on the platform. So we don't know if it's going to be, for all of creators on YouTube one day, but they're just starting rolling it out for specific creators. And so I gotta, as I was reading this, I'm like, what is the difference between just a standard YouTube live stream that we do, like what I'm doing right here, that we just hit go live, and then I present my content, either whether it's a talking head video or I'm sharing my screen because I'm playing a video game. So the difference is like with this type of live stream is that the creator goes live and they broadcast their own content in real time. It can be, like I already mentioned, it can be playing a game, or it can be a talking head, or it can be a podcast. And then the viewers, the fans, they join the live stream and they're able to see the creator, to interact with the creator through the chat. And the entire live stream, the entire content is controlled by the host, by the creator. So that's what we're doing right here. With the watch with, a creator hosts a live stream while co-streaming a major public event like Coachella or a sports event or maybe a concert. And this is provided by YouTube. So YouTube is doing the main live stream of this big event. And then creators can join this and do their all live stream, making commentary of the live stream that is happening. And this is going to be tested with the Coachella Festival. So viewers watch the official event stream with the creator's camera and commentary overlaid. So there's an overlay. The event is happening on one side of your screen, and then you have the creator on a corner, and then you have the comments, populating on the screen as well. So the core video is licensed or official or an official event footage from YouTube. And then the creator is adding the live reaction, the chat, and the context on the top of it. And this, if you can show the image, I took a screenshot of how it's going to look, as you can see. So the event is on the left, and then you have the creator on the top right, and on the chat. Fun, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. A different way of thinking about things. And I think also moving toward other ideas that have been trending, maybe even with the whole current administration allowing now creators and podcasters to come into the official government events and press conferences as well, right? So it's almost like putting news and putting events and putting PR, putting it into the hands of content creators.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Kind of following that trend.
Well, yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, so it's not going to be only this type of events, music events or sport events. It can be like political events. We don't know, what type of events, but we'll see. Interesting. So let's go to the features that YouTube is releasing for YouTube Shorts. And as I was mentioning, now with the new features, you'll be able to add music to your clip and also to match your clip to the music. So this is a feature that we didn't have before. If you upload a YouTube short, then you're just stuck with the music the way it is. You can't do much as far as just trying to match the clip to a certain song or where the beat drops or things like that. So you'll be able to do that. And then the other thing is that you'll be able to, so that's called syncing your videos with the music beats. And then you'll be able to add AI stickers. So through AI, you can ask there on the platform when you're editing your short content. You can say, can you create a sticker of a plant smiling? Or can you create a sticker of a dog with hearts? Or whatever sticker you need for your video, then you'll be able to create it there on YouTube. And then this updates. Why is YouTube doing this? Well, it's very clever from them, because they are trying, like I said, they're trying to lure creators from TikTok to YouTube, and they're trying to match or to have some features that are a resemblance of what creators were getting on TikTok. And I don't know if this is going to suffice, but if TikTok gets shut down, then this is what you get.
At least it's laying the groundwork and
Yeah.
and putting out different development in the same medium style, and offering a place, a scapegoat. If TikTok does get banned, then everybody has a place to go.
In my opinion, they look kind of lame, and they need to step up their game really for YouTube Shorts. It's always been like, in my opinion, that they have the capability, they have the platform, they just need to do it. It's just as simple as doing it. Like, I mean, from the point of view of a creator, is frustrating sometimes, but they have, they're strong. The strong point, or the strong, the YouTube strongest is the long format content, and then TikTok is just the vertical videos, short format. So that's why they're just different. But I wonder, like, why YouTube is not buying TikTok, or is not bidding to buy TikTok, and then adopt the technology.
That's an interesting question.
Just to throw it out there. Just to throw it out there. You need an idea. I'm sure you guys didn't think about that. Okay. So let's get into the juicy drama, because we have some chisme going on. And this is one of my segments. I'm going to bring you, what has happened throughout the week with certain creators that may be well known, or other creators who are new, but it has become this thing that is very interesting to me, how where this whole world of content creation, being a content creator, is so new, and it's like the wild west. It's like the things that you hear that happens in our industry, they're very unique, just because our industry is unique. But the first one is the Joe Rogan's political bombshell. And we all know that Joe Rogan has been a big supporter of Donald Trump since day one. This was one of the podcasts that Trump was at, being interviewed when he was campaigning. And, a lot of people say that because he did a bunch of interviews with because he did a bunch of interviews with podcasters like Joe Rogan, and what's the name of Theo Van, and other podcasters, that was the reason why he got elected, is because he was doing all of these podcast interviews, which was very interesting to me, to see the power of independent media and independent journalism that you see in these shows. But now he's mad, and he was expressing his concern and his frustration to see what this current administration is doing, deporting people. And he specifically brings attention to this case of this person from Venezuela, this individual from Venezuela, and he was an asylum seeker here in the United States, and he got arrested by ICE and deported to this very dangerous, horrible prison in El Salvador. And he is just a makeup artist. He's a well-known makeup artist in Venezuela. He's a well-known makeup artist in Colombia. And he was confused by a gang member just because he had some tattoos on his arms. So one of the things that he said, quote, "People aren't criminals. People who aren't criminals are getting lassoed up and deported," end quote. This was something that it was wild for him to do this just because of, he has been such a Trump supporter. And you can only imagine what people were saying online about, like, what is he doing? But there are many people who have supported Trump from the very beginning that are now starting to see things that they don't agree with, and starting to call out certain behaviors and certain things that this current administration is doing. And Joe Rogan was one of those, and he has a lot of people, millions of people tuning in every week for his show. He has a lot of influence and a lot of power when it comes to having the masses just listening to him. So I think it's important that even though you have supported a cause, that you have supported a campaign, that you are just not blind to the fact that horrible things are happening in this country, right?
Yeah, I think so too. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's so great about the whole world of having influence now and having the power and the voice be with creators, with independent people that don't have any political affiliations. It kind of helps to balance out the power and get, more of the truth and more of the reality of the situation out there. It's the reason we do what we do, Veronica.
It's the reason we do what we do. So I have to go look and see what was going on, who was this person. And I found this article. This is a photo of him, and he said that he is not a gang member. It says, outrage, U.S. deports makeup artist to El Salvador prison for just having some tattoos on his body. And in this article, it also says that his family is desperately looking for him, and they haven't been able to locate where he's exactly. And the only evidence that they have that he's in that prison in El Salvador is because they got a hold of a list of people who were deported to El Salvador. So, and I'm assuming that he's not the only Venezuelan. How do you say that?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I wouldn't know.
He doesn't have opinions today. So he's not.
I used to have opinions.
But then he married a Colombian. That he's not the only person from Venezuela that has been deported to other countries because of the state of Venezuela right now. So I don't know if they are taking those people from Venezuela who are being deported back to their countries. That's my assumption. That's the reason why he ended up going to El Salvador. I don't know. This is a very complicated issue, and I am not an expert on that. But then another one. And this one, So I was scrolling through TikTok the other day, and I saw this clip, and I just couldn't believe it. So is this woman, she's a Florida influencer, and she was, the clip was saying that she was involved in a pet chihuahua incident. And I just wanted to find out if this was real or was misinformation. But so in early 2025, so this year, a shocking story began circulating online about the Florida-based social media influencer allegedly caught in an intimate act with her pet chihuahua. And I have to say intimate act because I don't want to add the S-E-X word to this. So when I say intimate, it was really intimate with her dog. So that's why I just needed to look into this. So the claim suggested that this influencer, a self-described dog mom, had posted a video on her Instagram, and that given the disturbing nature of the allegations. Then, you know, people needed to find out if this was, you know, just a rumor or it was true or what was going on. So I went and did my research and it was true. So this happened. This is a true story. And it was reported by NBC Miami. And they reported that the 27-year-old Logan Guminski of Ocala, Florida. I was going to make a comment about Florida, but I'm going to keep it to myself. The influencer in question, and that she was arrested and charged with 2 felonies involving having intimate acts or being intimate with her dog. And you don't get charged with 2 felonies just for cuddling your dog or, you know, just Netflix and chill and cuddling your dog. No, this was more disturbing than that. But I'm going to spare you the details, okay? Because it's gross. But the CBS News Miami affiliate similarly noted that she was taken into custody and faces those 2 felony charges. So this was also reported by CBS News. And these charges stem directly from the alleged acts with her pet Chihuahua. So investigations that happened is that according to the Marion County Sheriff's Office, the investigation began after an anonymous tip on January 28 of 2025. The tip alerted detectives to an Instagram video that reportedly showed Kominsky doing cochinadas with her dog. So, and you know, when I started reading this, I thought, well, this is like an OnlyFans type of thing, because I'm not familiar with OnlyFans, but I know that a lot of cochinadas are taking place on OnlyFans. But this was Instagram. Like, she posted this video on Instagram. Like, what's going on with all of the protections and the you know, so people can post whatever they want, including this?
I mean, I don't know.
But, okay. So investigators review the evidence and discover several photos and videos of the influencer with the abused animal, which helped confirm the video's authenticity and the person's identity. So they saw the video of the crime taking place. Then they went to Instagram and scrolled through their photos, because I'm sure she took down the video, and they found the same pet on her Instagram. So this is the learning moment. If you are going to be intimate with your pet, and then you're going to post that video on Instagram, and then take it down, make sure that you take down the other photos that you have of your pet there, in case that video that you, you know, in a moment of being creative, made and ends up with the police, or ends up, you know, in the wrong hands. And if they go to your Instagram, they're like, that's not my dog. That's not, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not me. But no, she left the photos of her dog there. So during March 2025, so this just happened, you know, last month. I can't believe that March was last month already. Like, it's been quite the first quarter. She admitted everything. Like, she allegedly admitted to being a content creator who produced explicit photos and videos to sell online. So she does this kind of cochinada to make money. And then she confessed that she created the video, and that she shared that video with another social media user, and in exchange of $500. Did she share that money with the Chihuahua? Who knows? Did she keep it to herself? Who knows? So then she further acknowledged a similar act with a second dog, with videos of both incidents found on her phone. So she didn't delete the videos. Just kept those videos. I mean, there's so many things that are wrong with this story. But so this is her mugshot. And this is a photo I took from her Instagram. She needs Jesus, in my opinion. She really does. She needs to repent. She needs to find Jesus. This is like disgusting. And
okay.
you know, I'm telling you, like there's not a dull moment in the content creation world. And she called herself content creator, so it's content, was a video. Okay, so and you know, and for those of you out there who are like, okay, like I'm just too timid. I have nothing to say. I have, you know, what are people going to think about me? Or I don't have anything to offer, or you know, I don't have any value to offer. Like, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Let's just.
Are you okay now?
What?
You okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's just keep going.
Let's keep moving on.
Yeah, let's just be like, we need more good people making good content. Because you know,
agreed. Yes.
we really do. We really do. So this is your time to go out there and to make good content that is, you know.
We have people abusing Chihuahuas on social media, and
so
you're
wrong.
too afraid to make content?
Yeah. I remember that. I still follow him. So another thing that happened this week is that once again, Mr. Beast is being criticized, and there was just some kind of misunderstanding because on April's full day, April 1st, he posted the following tweet saying, quote, "Proud to announce I burnt down 20 million trees. Can't wait to upload this video." And those who are followers of Mr. Beast, they got the joke. They were like, "Oh, how funny, ha ha," but others didn't. And you see this a lot in social media. You know, people just, they don't understand. They don't have any, how can I say it? Yeah, they don't know the creator, and they just see this, and they, you know, they start talking, and they start like leaving nasty comments, and then this is what happened here. Like, those who don't know Mr. Beast, they got, you know, very heated, and they started commenting under that, and created this tweet that went kind of viral for him. Of course, everything that he does goes viral because he's, you know, a person of influence, and he has millions and millions of followers, but some of them didn't get the joke, and for this, he was causing a little bit of controversy. But those who follow Mr. Beast, myself included, like, we knew what was going on when he posted that. Did you show the tweet?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So another thing that is going on right now, and I'm very excited for this. I'm going to be watching this docuseries. Is a Netflix docuseries, and is stirring a little bit of conversation about the darker side of the creator economy, especially for children in the industry. And it's called Bad Influence, the Dark Side of Kidfluencing. It's premiering on April 9th and promises an explosive expose. I love that word. Expose.
Expose.
Expose. And I have to move my neck like expose.
Expose.
Of alleged exploitation and abuse in the child influencer.
Let's do the expose world. Again.
Expose.
A couple more times.
Expose.
One more time, please.
Expose. Thank
you.
This is a true story. So here's the photo of the docuseries, and it centers on YouTube star Piper Rockley and her former entourage, with teens and parents sharing disturbing accounts of cult-like manipulation and pressure by stage parents in pursuit of YouTube's fame. This isn't new or exclusive to YouTube. a similar case happened on TikTok too. It was with dancers. There was this cult-like. I don't know if you remember that. That it was a docu-series about this girl and her entire family, how they lost contact with her, and they tried to, to get her back. And she was in this home in LA with all these dancers being exploited and like, being brainwashed in a cult as well. There was, some kind of a church involved in that, and they would make them dance. But there were not minors; there were already people who were young but not minors. They were in their 20s. And this happened on TikTok too. On these accounts, they have millions and millions of followers because they're like good dancers and they do sketches. And is it sketches?
Sketches.
Yeah, sketches.
Sketches.
Sketches. So, okay. So, where was I? I lost my train of thought.
So this is something that is going to undercover a lot
of details about what's going on behind this type of content. Content that for some of us it may be like very entertaining and very fun to watch. But the more you get into how these things are made, the more you realize that you've been contributing to this thing and you feel disgusted with yourself. So you just kind of have to stop. So I'm excited for this. And this was the last chisme of the week. Do we have any questions? I can go through comments or questions or.
The questions today were limited, but we did have, like I said,
somebody saying hi.
Somebody saying hi. And hey, he's our buddy because he comes here. He was here last week too. I remember.
Oh, okay, yeah. Great.
And that was our friend King Paco. So keep coming back, Paco.
Nice.
Yeah. And other than that, no.
Other than that, so this show is to content creators, from content creators ourselves. If you are considering or if you're thinking that this may be a route that you want to take, we can help you. One of the services that we do, or one of the ways that we work with clients, is that we go to your place and we design your entire studio. We teach you how you record. We teach you or your team how you can record your content, how you can record your videos, and how you can record, maybe if you want to make a video podcast as well. And then we also coach you when it comes to content marketing, how to make episodes that people want to watch, how to optimize those videos, and with all of the process to really make your show grow on YouTube and help you build influence on YouTube. We do that for you. We also can get you help if you need an editor, if you need people in your team helping you with the distribution of your show. So we can help you with all of that. Make sure that you go to bss.media to find more information about working with us if that's something that you want to do, if you're interested in doing that. If you're a DIYer, we also have other courses and offers there that you can purchase and start your career as a content creator, but not making caca videos, just
not with the chihuahuas.
Videos approved by the Lord.
Come on, not the chihuahuas.
Yes. Okay. See you next Friday. Content Sancocho.
Same time, same place.
Bye.